Stop worrying about what people are saying behind your back, but rather focus on your journey and start pushing forward and go. All right. So I've discovered that a lot of people are being affected by what people say behind their backs. But then one thing they don't understand is that the moment that people start talking and being behind your back, it's a sign that you are moving and you are ahead and they are the ones behind. One thing that I would like you to understand is that if you're on a journey and you are actually going somewhere, be it in a car or maybe walking, the one that is, if you are moving, that's when people notice you. Because if you are stationary and doing nothing, no one sees that there is a car. Okay, let me just give an example of an old wretched car. If it's parked, like if it's just there big stationary and no one will pay attention to it, but the moment it starts moving, some people will be like, how can it move when it's that ruined or it's that old? How can it be traveling and or whatnot? So everybody talks about something that is in motion other than something that is stationary. So when people are talking behind your back, it's actually a sign that you are moving. Each of you, when traveling on a rainy day and then you pass through people and then water just splashes over them, actually stops the car and returns to see if people are okay? Absolutely no one, right? Because you don't know who is driving behind you, and if you are to stop, the car or the vehicle behind you is just going to bump right into you. So you just keep on moving, isn't it? So why is it when it comes to people talking behind your back, you have the guts to actually stop, listen, and actually, be affected with what they are saying? Of course they have to complain because they are not comfortable with what you're doing. So it's you who ought to like continue with that which you have, because like the motion is the one that is actually affecting everything. Because had it been you were stationary, no one was going to say anything, but because you are moving, they are bound to speak. So yes, they are behind you, allow them follow, and to you do the leading. And if they want to lead, allow them overtake you. It's still fine, you can still continue. What's important is you moving, and other than you being stationary. So you are moving on a gravel road and then they are complaining about the dust that you are raising as you are traveling, because some of them are having dust allergies and some they just don't like dust. Okay, so the dust that is coming forth is the one that is affecting them and causing them, is the one that is igniting them to actually speak. So stop getting worried about what they are saying, but rather continue your journey and being focused, and focus on what is ahead of you. Sometimes you should get yourself challenged and look for people who are maybe moving in the same wave, in the same direction, and also parallel to you, or maybe those who are already ahead of you, or seek mentorship. Like, look for those who will edify you. People talking behind your back is a sign that they are scared of you, and it's a sign that you're doing something, and also it's a sign that they don't have enough courage to actually come and consult you. So they find their solace in talking, but not to you directly, but then talking among themselves, and try to feel ease about it. So you as well, you should also avoid people trying to talk behind your back. Grow, learn, find anything, edify yourself. Like I always say, personal development, my daily dosage. Allow personal development to be your daily dosage. Have something new to be adding to your life each and every day. So people have a mouth for a reason, for eating and for talking, and everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Yeah, get me right. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So stop taking that away from people, but rather, embrace yourselves with all your differences. You know what? Life just gives you everything on a silver platter, but it's up to you to choose what you want to take and what you want to let go. So yes, be wise enough to take that which will build you and let go that which will destroy you. And yes, continue your journey, because what's important is actually you reaching your destination. Of something that just came into my mind, but then I found it so fascinating. When we were kids, I remember when we used to travel as a family, sometime when a car would overtake us, it's like my siblings would actually talk like, oh, that car is moving, it's fast and whatnot, right? And then if we are to overtake, they would get so excited and they just laughed the fact of being the lead and not being the one following. My point is, if you are the one follow leading, you can actually be taking you can actually pace up with the speed that you want. But if you are the one who is following, you are bound to move at the same wavelength as the person who is at the same acceleration of the person who is ahead of you, or you are bound to, like, reduce a little bit so that you cannot cause an accident. But mind you, when you're at the back, you can only see the back view of the car, and you cannot see what's happening at the bonnet or what's ahead of the driver. So if the driver who is ahead can see that there are animals that are crossing, he can reduce speed because he's actually having a view of what's ahead. But as for you, because you are behind him, you cannot see what's ahead unless if you overtake. So stop getting worried about people who talk behind your back, because they cannot see what's ahead. They are only limited to your shadow and your back. So yes, you move at your own speed, and you move at your own acceleration, and yes, do things at your own pace. Don't be rushed by people who are having limited knowledge about what you're doing or where you are going or where you're heading, but rather, you know just do things the way you desire to do. But get me right, I'm not saying that you should ignore what people are saying, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't grow, or neither am I saying that you shouldn't give yourself room for growth. Yes, people can actually talk behind your back, and sometimes maybe what they are talking about is actually true, and some of the things they can actually build you. But what's wrong is for them to talk and not to edify you. That's where the problem lies. Yes, if you decide to talk behind somebody's back, yes, we understand you're scared of saying that to the person, right, face to face, but then use wisdom and don't just talk behind someone's back, but rather help that individual to be a better version of him or herself through whatever criticism that you have, and whatever knowledge that you have, and whatever encouragement that you have. Let us be people that actually help one another. All right, if someone is in motion, and the person is moving ahead of others, as you are following, you are actually seeing the mistakes that the person might have made. Like, if the person is to bump into a pothole, you are not going to bump into the very pothole, because you actually witnessed what happened, because you were following at a distance. So let's take those who are ahead of us as, not models per se, but let's just learn some things from them, and also let us also push towards that which we are going, and let us just learn, or let's just develop this culture of edifying one another and also pushing one another forward. I don't feel like going any further, but from me to you is a ciao for now. Bye.